Your boy Davidoff Christmas tree is still looking nice and strong. So today I'm watching three movies. I was going to do it yesterday on Boxing Day on the 26th, but there was no trains running. There were buses running, and I thought, can't be asked. So I spent the day recording videos, eating leftovers of Christmas dinner, and I thought to myself I'd do it tomorrow because I had 3 days off. I had the 23rd off, I worked Christmas Eve, then I had 25th, 26th, and now 27th off. Back to work tomorrow. There's three films out, released on Boxing Day that I want to see. It's not ideal timing, I wish it came out a bit earlier, but I'm excited to watch these. So there's the Ferrari movie. I'm a big fan of motorsports and Ferrari in general. So to see a film about Enzo Ferrari, it's going to be very interesting and very tragic, it seems, by the trailer. And it's Adam Driver is the guy playing Enzo. And his name is very fitting. He finally gets to get a role that involves driving, although he's not the one driving, but still. Adam Driver, starring in Ferrari. There's something fitting about that. And then you got Next Goal Wins, the new Michael Fassbender movie. So this is about the famous Samoan team that famously lost 31-0 to Australia. If you've seen that game, you probably seen the YouTube compilation of that game, the funny commentary. Australia beat Samoa 31-0. It was a famous result that I knew since primary school. They made a film about this team and about the coach that's going to help them. It's based on true events, but I don't think it's completely accurate. But Michael Fassbender plays the coach, and he takes this job to help them and help him as well. So it should be interesting. It should be at least funny, and I'm looking forward to it. I've seen the trailer, and there were some funny football bits, so I'm excited for that. And then we got Anyone But You, which is a rom-com. I'm actually a sucker for rom-coms. I pretty much watch anything that's not horror. Like, even some horror I watch. Most horror I don't. But apart from horror, every other category I watch anything from. Literally anything. So, like, I don't mind a rom-com. Like, straight romance, it's not something I strive to watch, you know. For that, it needs to be like a date or something, because I wouldn't watch that on my own. But a rom-com, they're usually quite funny. They're usually quite funny to watch, and they're usually quite interesting. So, and usually have good storylines to them. So I'm looking forward to this. This one stars Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney. Big fan of her. So should be a good rom-com. Part of it takes place in Australia. Apparently, when filming the movie, Sydney Sweeney got bitten by a snake. Was it a snake or a spider? I think it was a spider, actually. No, it was a spider. She got bitten by an Australian animal while filming in Australian grass. I thought that was it's in the outtakes, not in the actual film, but I thought that was quite funny. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it in a specific order. There's three orders. They're all timed quite well. I could have watched Ferrari first at 2:20, and then the other two movies, they're both on at 5:30, so it would have worked out perfectly. Then they both also have showings at 8:10, 8:15, one 8:10, one 8:15. So I could have watched Ferrari first and then watched the other two in any order. Either order is fine, either 5:30, 8:10 or 5:30, 8:15. The other two, in fact, are actually the same length exactly, including adverts. Like, Ferrari's the longest one. The other two are like the exact same length. So that helps plan a bit more, especially with similar start times. I'd also have watched Next Goal Wins at 2:50, and then Ferrari at 5:30, and then Anyone But You at 8:15. That also would have worked out perfectly. But I've instead chosen to watch the rom-com first. So the rom-com Anyone But You at 3 o'clock ends at 5:03, including adverts. And at 5:20, you got Ferrari. So Ferrari's the most serious movie there. Watching it in the middle at 5:20. It's a 17-minute difference between the first movie ending and the second movie starting. So enough time to go to the toilet, whatever. And it ends at 7:50. And then at 8:10 is Next Goal Wins. And that ends at like 10:13. I think that's pretty good. I think get the rom-com out of the way, because that's the one I'm looking forward to it, but I'm looking forward to the other two more. So get the rom-com out of the way, and then watch something serious in Ferrari, the one I'm most excited for. And then as a palate cleanser, watch Next Goal Wins. So Anyone But You, Ferrari, Next Goal Wins. I think it's a nice order. Plus, it's not too long to wait. It's a 17-minute difference between the first two movies, and the second two movies is a 25-minute difference. A bit more time, but, you know, I can get food and stuff. There's a McDonald's nearby. I can just get nachos if I want that. There's a KFC and Subway Nando's. There's options nearby, and a Greg's as well if it's still open. So, yeah, I got the day planned out well. I probably won't show you the food unless I get nachos or a hot dog. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I'll let you know my thoughts after each film. You know, my usual brief reviews. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. There's also three movies I want to watch. I want to watch Iron Claw, which is a 2023 movie. But in the UK, we don't get it till February, which makes 0 sense. But I'll wait till February, I guess. So the other two are One Life, which is about the guy that saved a lot of children from World War II on the trains to England. Amazing story, that, a beautiful story. Anthony Hopkins has started playing the guy. So like, I want to watch that. That's out on New Year's Day in the UK. And also Priscilla, which is an Elvis movie, but it's from the perspective of Priscilla, which is a very serious and dark movie. So I'll watch both of those hopefully in the new year. And then after that, I guess I'll make my top 10 movies on my Davidoff Films channel. Even though I want to watch Iron Claw, and it's probably going to be in the top 10. But it's not out of February here. So I could watch it, but not legally. So I'm going to wait. I promise I'm going to wait till February. But that's an annoying thing. But anyway, yeah, let's head to the cinema. I've been talking too much. I'll let you know my thoughts on each film. Let's start the rom-com. I'm here. It is far too windy, my friends, far too windy. I'm in screen 1.
Picture this, I mean, when you go your separate ways, when you bump into Isaac.
I've got to find the balance to record these because there's traffic around here. Inside there's copyrighted music, so I'll get done in for that, even though this channel's not monetized anyway. But I don't want to get done for copyrighted music. So I got to be outside where it's windy. I found... because the wind's blowing this way, so I think I found cover. But there's traffic going by because I'm next to like a main road. That's where the cinema is. Anyway, Anyone But You. It was good. It was pretty good, pretty funny. Some parts were cringy for sure, but pretty funny. I like the story. I think it was good. It's definitely a perfect move for a date. I'll tell you that much. It's yeah, it's perfect for a date. But it's pretty funny. I like the cast in general, not just the two main lead actors, but everyone in general did a good job. It was a generally good movie. Nothing new. It's not like this amazing new rom-com that you've never seen before. It's not like a unique storyline. Well, it's good. For what it is, it's good. So, yeah, fair enough. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Next up is You. From screen 1 to screen 10. There were like 30 people in the other one. There's no one here at the moment. People just walked in.
Places no one should go.
Oh, that was good. That was really good. Love a bit of car history, a bit of motorsport history. There's quite a bit about the Ferrari family I didn't really know about, so there's a bit more detail here about his son and his wife and his affair. It's all a true story, so there's not much I can spoil. But it was good. They also played on like the deal that Ford wanted to buy Ferrari, but so did Fiat. So they kind of played in on that. They didn't focus on the deal though. They didn't focus on that, but they teased it like, oh, maybe you should, because in this particular movie, they're going through a hard time. Him and his wife had lost their son. It was post-war Italy, that they were struggling. Ferrari was spending more money than they were making. They needed to increase production and be more successful in racing in order to be profitable, and also they needed to find a partner. They needed to find another company that can fund manufacturing cars and selling cars while they can focus on racing and obviously making a good profit. Their rival was Maserati at this point, their main rival. Enzo Ferrari was very, very determined to win races, and he wanted to instill that into his drivers. So they showed his passion for racing. Adam Driver was great. Adam Driver, he actually does drive for like a couple scenes. So Adam Driver does drive. Adam drives in this film, but he doesn't race. But actually, you do see him race, but like, yeah, it's just like there's a couple scenes. But Adam Driver does drive, so he did live up to his name. Finally. It was good though, and it kind of felt like I was seeing a prequel of Ford v Ferrari, but from the other side, because Ford v Ferrari was about Ford and their rivalry with Ferrari. And in that film, when they tried to buy Ferrari and then Fiat bought them instead, they showed that in that film. This feels like I'm watching the other side, but before that happens. So this feels like a prequel to Ford v Ferrari, but this time it's about Ferrari, not Ford, if that makes sense. Because like Ford v Ferrari happens not long after this film. Even though it's different, it'll be different continuities, obviously. But because they're both true stories, they're kind of like, you know, the same timeline to me, from my perspective. But yeah, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's a solid movie. It's very good. And if you love cars, you love Ferrari, then if you even love Maserati, actually, this might be one for you. And even there's nothing about Fiat cars, but there is a Fiat character in this, and Henry Ford is in it for like a couple seconds. And also the racing part is good. Not as good as the racing parts of like Ford v Ferrari, for example, that had incredible racing, but this one had some great racing, mainly the last race, the main race of this movie. The way they film it is incredible. I love racing in movies. There's not enough racing movies out there, and this delivered, I think. It didn't deliver the best. I felt films like Rush, Ford v Ferrari, they deliver better. But this delivers. When the racing is there, it delivers. But you got to bear in mind, it's not mostly racing, it's mostly drama. And it's a lot of emotional drama. It's serious. It's great acting though. Adam Driver is great at that, you know, like in Marriage Story, for example. That's what it reminds me of sometimes. One issue though, one gripe, because it takes place in Italy, obviously people speak Italian. No one speaks Italian, everyone speaks English, but they speak in Italian accents. I get that you want to make it feel like you're in Italy, but like you're not speaking Italian, you're speaking English in Italian accents. And there's a Spanish guy who speaks English in a Spanish accent. The only ones who speak normally are Americans and British characters. Pretty much everyone else is Italian or Spanish, and they all speak English in Italian accents, even though they're all like, half of them are like British or American actors anyway. It's just, I was just like, you got Penelope Cruz, Shailene Woodley, Adam Driver just speaking English in Italian accents. I'm just like, okay, I mean, I get you want to make it authentic, but authentic would be speaking Italian, to be honest. I'm not complaining, I prefer to hear English anyway, but you know, authenticity is fine to me. Like, it's about Ferrari. If you want to speak Italian, I'll read the subtitles. But speaking English in Italian accent, I'm just like, what on earth? That's why it's not a 9. 8.5 out of 10. Next Girl Wins is next. Hopefully it's good. Let's go. A football movie. I love football. And this seems like a comedy style movie based on a true story. Hopefully it's good. They're playing that Fergie song from GTA. Screen 14 this time upstairs. Well, there's no one here. Hey, I got the black one though. 3 people just walked in. That's all. Just finished. There's about 10 people in here, so that's good. It's better than the 4 in the Ferrari movie. The best movie of today. I'll let you know my thoughts when I get home. I'm gonna wait for another credit scene. Apparently there's one in this movie. So I'm the only one left. Everyone's left now. My word, it is so windy. It's pushing back against me. I'm trying to walk this way, mate. This is a movie where you think about it at the end of it and you're just like, wow, that actually happened. Is it accurate? Not completely. It is, like, some of it's exaggerated, some of it's, you know, added in a few bits here and there, but for the most part, the main core story is actually, like, it actually happened. And the characters in the movie, they were real people. So it's just like, it's pretty crazy. Like, it's not Samoa, it's American Samoa. There's 2 different countries. The American one is this is based on. So Australia beat them 31-0. And a year later, they hired this coach, playing Michael Fassbender. You see the real life coach at the end of the movie. But yeah, he played the coach well, I think. Although I don't know the coach in real life. But, you know, he played the character that he was playing well. This coach that was forced to take this job because this is all he had left. He had been sacked from every other job. He'd lost his way in the last few years. For good reason. You found out at the end why. So then he gets his only remaining job opportunity at a lost cause team, the bottom ranked national team in world football. And it's his job to try and just score a goal. Just try and score a goal. And they do a lot more than just score a goal. He comes in and he wants to win. But this team, they're not used to winning. And despite that, they're good-spirited and they're hard workers. You know, they work like winners, they just aren't winners on the pitch. They work multiple jobs, they work hard, they're not very, they don't have a lot of money, not very wealthy. They have all these disadvantages and struggles, and yet they're still happy. Most of them have tragic stories as well, but they're still happy to play the game. But they're just not used to winning. And this coach is just trying to instill that into them. And it's a funny story, but also a tragic story. And towards the end, it gets really good, like the last match, from the halftime team talk onwards. That's when it gets really good. That's when it elevates. Because up to then, it's a 7 out of 10 movie. But after that, elevates a bit, and it's actually pretty good. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's pretty solid. I don't want to say too much about spoiling, even though it did actually happen. But I feel like less people know about this particular storyline. Because even if you watch the sports, you know, World Cup qualifiers from that side of the world, You know, most Europeans don't watch it, most South Americans don't watch it, most Africans don't watch it. These are the three continents where it's most popular to sport, and they obviously don't usually watch the American Samoa national team play a World Cup qualifier. Normally, you know, it's not a game watched by the world. So, like, you know, it probably isn't the most well-known story. The scoreline is, because it's a record. 31-0 is a record. So, like, even I heard about it in primary school. That's the only thing I ever heard about the American Samoan football team is that result. So, I think that says a lot. But yeah, there's some good storylines in it. Some good storylines, and you get to see some of the characters, what they're doing afterwards, what they have been doing since. So yeah, it was surprising. It was a big surprise because I was not expecting to be that good, but actually was pretty good. So fair enough. Best film of the day was definitely still Ferrari, and I think I'll give the edge to Next Door Wins over Anyone But You. I definitely enjoyed Next Door Wins a lot more. So yeah, it was a good movie, and Fassbender was great, and yeah, it was good. You know, surprising, but it was good. The world's biggest underdogs, and a fun fact. American Samoa have never been bottom since 2011. That's the last time they were the worst national team. They have never made it back to the bottom since. They're still pretty low down, I'm fairly sure, but they haven't been bottom in a long time. So that's pretty cool. They definitely progressed under that coach. Obviously, he's not coaching there anymore. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.